Welcome to DFW Perspective with Starlene Stringer. We have another great show this week, one that's very informative and one that's really going to tug at your heart because we have a special guest joining us to talk about Taylor's gift and a special event coming up, and it's the father of Taylor, Todd Storch. Todd, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks very much. Good morning.
It's great to have you on. Good morning. Now, a lot of us at KLTY and throughout the Metroplex and the nation, for that matter, are familiar with the story of the Storch family. I mean, just this past week, we heard that the man Gary Reeves, who did an interview with you on WFAA, was nominated for an Emmy for the story he did about you, your family, your daughter, and her gifts. But some people listening right now may not be familiar with your story, with Taylor's gift. So can you just kind of fill our audience in a little bit about the story, a little back history about Taylor's gift and how it got started?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those tragedy to triumph stories, and to make a very long story short, my family and I last spring break, over a year ago, last spring break, we're skiing up in Beavers Creek, and it was just a fantastic trip. And my wife Tara and I have 3 children, and on the first day of our ski trip, there was an accident, and Taylor, my oldest daughter, who was 13 at the time, fell and went into the trees, and subsequently she passed away. We had a decision to make, and we were in Colorado, as I was saying. We had a decision to make, and we were asked if we would donate Taylor's organs because she was just a perfect candidate for that. And in that just horrible moment, we said yes, and it was it was one of those beautiful decisions that the Holy Spirit was just there, and thank goodness that I said yes, that we had the ability to hear correctly, and from that Taylor has helped save 5 people, and a heart recipient, 2 kidney recipients, pancreas, liver, cornea, and we were one of the very first people in the state of Colorado to connect a recipient and donor through social media, and that was a really wonderful thing. And so we met Patricia, who has Taylor's heart, and that meeting, we had WFAA with us because we're filming a documentary to show why being a donor family is so helpful. It's so full of love, and from that story, it went to Good Morning America, and became just the tipping point of people understanding this love connection and this gift that everyone has within, and it's been crazy since then, and we started our foundations, Taylor's Gift Foundation, and making a wonderful impact in the United States and, of course, Texas.
Well, let me just say, first off, I'm very sorry for your loss because I know that has to just be so hard to deal with, especially when you're talking about such a young child. But then for you all to be able to turn that around into something positive is just beautiful. And I can see why it's receiving the national attention that it has, because your story is just amazing that you've had the strength to be able to do what you do, that you had the faith to say, okay, I'm listening to that voice and that spirit and saying, give anyway. And you keep constantly giving. As you mentioned, you now have a program called Taylor's Gift. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Taylor's Gift Foundation is the foundation that it's the nonprofit that my wife and I started. And we ultimately, our mission statement is very simple, and it's difficult to execute, so we've got a lot of work to do. But our mission statement is to increase organ donation to re-gift life, renew health, and restore families. And ultimately, the 3 pillars of our foundation are to help the United States get to its 50% goal of 18-plus certified organ donor registrations. Also, we're going to be looking and announcing in not too distant future of ways that our foundation wants to help those that are awaiting transplants, and that will be through our Renew Health pillar, and then our final pillar of Restore Families we're going to be very interested in looking at ways that we will be able to help families that have lost children suddenly, the way my wife and I've had. And the engine that keeps all of Taylor's Gift going is this beautiful gift within, that people can make such a simple decision to say yes to organ donation, and that doesn't have to be in a tragic moment. That starts with just one quick visit to taylorsgift.org. Click on donate your organs and register. And no matter what state you live in the United States, you'll be connected with your state's official database.
Wow, and you and your family are doing an amazing job at spreading the word and spreading the message and getting it out there about how important it is to register and get involved and have your organs available for, like you said, to donate if something tragic should happen. But like you said, it doesn't have to even be at that point. Just need to go on now and say, hey, yes, I want to be an organ donor. And you can do that by going to your website. It's set up at taylorsgift.org, taylorsgift.org, and that's TAYLORS gift.org to get more information and to sign up. I love the shirts that flash across that say you want to be a hero. And there are a lot of people who do, but just don't know what they need to do. And then there's others that have fear about doing it, but you have all kinds of great information about how to get involved, why, and so much more by just going to this website, taylorsgift.org. Now, I know, Todd, that y'all have a special event coming up soon. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we do. We've got a lot of events coming up.
Oh,
specifically, we've got an event coming up with our 4T 4-on-4 volleyball tournament, and that's going to be happening in Plano on July 30th and 31st. And for those that don't understand what 4T means, is Taylor, her number, she always wore number 4 for Victory Volleyball. Taylor was a wonderful volleyball player and played club with Victory Volleyball here in Dallas area. And everyone called her T on the team. And so last year, this is our second tournament, and last year when Victory Volleyball and a number of folks from Victory said they want to do something in honor of Taylor, they came up with the 4T 4-on-4 volleyball tournament. So it's an open tournament. It's open to any ages, and it's in Plano, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Last year we sold the tournament out. There was people that couldn't get in, and so we've opened up to 2 facilities now, and just go to taylorsgift.org and then click on events, and you'll see it right there, and you can register online.
Wonderful. And a lot of people right now are going, I want to check it out for myself. Again, you can do that, like Todd said, by going to taylorsgift.org, taylorsgift.org, and then clicking on events, which you'll see right at the top of the page. I'm doing that as we speak, and I know that you do have other events, and a lot of them, which is just wonderful. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but I want to point out for those of you who may be driving and can't click on the internet right now, that is going to take place, as Todd mentioned, in Plano, the 4T volleyball tournament in Plano, and it will be on July 30th, so very soon, right around the corner at 9 a.m. Register now to participate. Is there a fee to get involved?
There is. There's an entry fee it's $160 for a 4-person team, and there's obviously a lot of kids that are playing from middle school to high school. But for those adults out there that love volleyball, and we had a number of teams last year, it's not just for kids. It's a whole lot of fun with adults. So I'd recommend the moms and dads, if their kids are going to play or interested in playing, they should come out and play as well.
Wonderful, and it's for a great cause. Like he said, it's $160 for a team of 4. So basically, of course, breaks down to $40 a piece, and it's going to a wonderful, wonderful organization and a wonderful cause. It's Taylor's Gift. Log on to the website, taylorsgift.org, to get more information. And while we have you with us today, Todd, I know you have some other events coming up, too. People will see that when they log on to the website. But tell us a little bit more about what you do throughout the year to raise money and make a difference for this organization.
Yeah, ultimately we have some just amazing volunteers with our organization. We have volunteers all over the country, and so many people that want to help out and just be a part of this story and help their states increase their organ donation databases. And so we select certain events that we come to, and then there's other events that people do on our behalf. But we'll be at the Southern Methodist University Tom Landry Classic, the football Classic, on August 27th. We've got a big golf tournament that was just announced. It's going to be at Brookhaven on September 16th. We've got our first ever event that's happening up in the New York City area. That's on September 23rd, and you can see all of that at the event page at Taylor's Gift. And so we're just really excited to be in our communities, both here in Dallas and then across the United States, to spread this message of hope and to increase organ donation and just help as many people as we can.
Wonderful. And you mentioned that you have a lot of volunteers and a lot of people wanting and willing to volunteer to help out this worthy cause. And I know some of our listening audience right now may be saying, I'd like